Well, good morning.
Hello.
Oh, nice to hear a British accent.
British, Dutch, whatever.
Oh, yeah, I guess. With a surname like that, it has to be, doesn't it?
Yeah, it has to be. Definitely.
Well, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
So, are you
Yeah.
worried about being stuck in Britain rather than Brexit or whatever? Are you good about that?
No, no, I've been here for so long. I've been here for 12 years now.
Oh, wow.
So, no, not worried at all.
That's cool. I'm just
They can't
closing the
kick me
window.
out. No,
Say again?
they can't kick me out.
So, without asking your political opinion, how has the week been for you?
Well, I'm not allowed to vote.
Yeah.
So, yeah, well, what can I say? It's
Well, we're obviously 8 hours ahead, but I watched the BBC News for like 9 hours.
Did you? Oh God, you did more than I did. Oh, it's just, I just can't be bothered with it.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. We can't change it. I can't influence it.
Yeah, I can't vote in Canada either. And I've lost my vote in England now because it's too many years since I lived there. So I just
Ah,
can't
yeah,
vote. So, anyhow.
yeah.
So you
It,
found me via Catherine Calhoun, right?
yes, yes, I did. I did. I
Oh
really
my
enjoyed that.
goodness. And obviously
Yeah.
it resonated.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
She's a sweetie. I know her personally.
Yeah.
Her and I are in the same mastermind, and we've done a number of projects together
Hmm.
where I've had clients and I just wanted like kick-ass copywriting. And
Yeah.
she's very good at that. So
Ooh.
we've done some work together, and then she put this because then she had a second baby, and so she
Yeah.
took some time out, and then came back and went, "This is what I want to do to build my list and get going. Could you help me?" I went, "You know it." So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So you got to
No.
see me in my, well, you get to see me on my Saturday hoodie anyway. But anyway,
Yeah. This is my Saturday. Casual dress down.
right. So tell me a bit about Joe.
Well, I was a therapist and I turned coach.
Yeah.
So I've gone through the whole process of what do I want, and that was quite a journey because I didn't know. I knew that I didn't want to do the therapy anymore, like the heavy counselling. My supervisor used to say to me, "It's like Joe, you get the most difficult, complex cases that I've ever known anybody to get." It's like, yeah, that's me. And I
Mm-hmm.
just didn't want to do it anymore. And I noticed that I really enjoyed coaching people and the people who were ready kind of to move forward and to make something of their lives and not come in every week. It's like, oh yeah, life's terrible. That was, yeah. So
Good
I
for
really
you.
had to tap in and just, what do I want to do?
Yep. And how long ago was that?
That was last year.
Mm-hmm.
I joined Gina DeVee, if you've heard of her, um, and her Divine Living Academy. And the first thing that we needed to do was kind of pick kind of what you want to do. When I first started, it's like, yeah, I want to help people with burnout.
Yep.
Um, but that was very much on therapy side, which was very heavy. I didn't enjoy that. I burned out myself, so I have a story behind that, and I do write about it and do speak about it.
Mm.
But for me, it was more about kind of what's behind it and what comes after, and the purpose and the alignment.
Yeah.
But the therapy people didn't really want to kind of go there.
It's a little bit woo-woo for some people, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So now, so literally a couple of weeks ago, because I've been hovering around the productivity stuff for a while. So I did like a challenge last year, end of last year, unstoppable productivity, and then I was talking to one of my colleagues and it's like, "What do you struggle with in your business?"
Mm.
And she went, "Productivity." Like, okay, yeah, I just need to go back to that and
Yes.
get
Yes.
the message and really
Absolutely. So
work on
needed.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah. And it's productivity 3.0.
Oh, wow.
It's beyond, way beyond time management. My blog this week was time management is a myth.
Yeah. Interesting.
So yeah, it goes beyond, because then the 2.0 is about kind of the work-life balance kind of thing, you know, just do some meditation and you get more productive. It's true, but it's much more than that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am that person. So just a backstory, there is a good friend of mine. She has a company called True Focus Coaching.
Yeah.
Based in Boston, USA.
Mm-hmm.
She's a doctor of psychology, Sarah Reifhecking.
Mm-hmm.
And when was it? January. Again, we're in the same mastermind as Catherine.
Yeah.
And I followed her for about a year, and I just thought, and my business literally has doubled in the last 2 years. I mean, so, you know, all I've done is like take on more, sleep less and work harder. And it was just getting to the point of like, this is not sustainable.
No.
So I ended up having a 20-hour employee, and now I have 100 hours of employees a week, which is very different. And I've learned to delegate and manage.
Yes.
So I've switched that around a lot, and we're getting so much more done, which gives me time to do these teleseminars and so on. But I still wasn't right here. So I worked with Sarah for 3 months one-on-one. It was a really good investment. And she got me into a Fitbit, so I'm monitoring my steps and my sleep.
Yes.
And a number of other things too, and very much keeping me accountable. And I went from averaging 5 hours, 13 minutes of sleep to 8 hours, 11 minutes.
Oh my God.
Which is ridiculously different for me.
Yes.
And my goodness, the productivity, because I used to write everything down on Post-it notes because I was very visual, and then I thought that was a little childish. So I went to this teamwork program and got everything sort of itemized. But I just wasn't staying on top of stuff. She won't just go back to your Post-it notes. You know, if that's who you are. So
yes.
Welcome to my wall.
Yeah.
So now that's, you know, and then I have a calendar for the year of different events and stuff. So at any given time, you know, I know where I'm at, and I know what cash is coming in, and I know what projects are happening, and I'm super visual. So honestly, if you can monetize that and get your message across to the right kind of ideal client of yours,
that's it.
Well, you probably are. You maybe already do super well.
Yeah. That's, you know, and it's something that, you know, it's the first thing that came along that I was really excited about. And I've done my content schedule for 3/4 of the year. I was like, just writing down topic. It's like, oh, I can talk about this forever. So that's, that just shows it's kind of, that's the one.
And how's it working?
Well, it's only in the start now, so I've got a couple of things that I need to set up. I've got a quiz that I'm working on, so that people can find out their productivity type. I'm working on an ebook, 101 soulful productivity tips, and I need to go do lives. I was just watching Molly Mahoney. I've come across her before. She's absolutely
she is hyper. I mean,
yes.
I think that you would think that woman drinks, you know, coffee and Red Bull for breakfast or something.
I just love that. She's
also
crazy.
A really good mom and a wife. I mean, you don't get to see that parent side of her as much as we used to.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to be a real, a really fun person. So
yeah.
That's great.
So I need to learn to leverage my social media.
Yeah. So you're going to be there on Tuesday?
Tuesday was
this coming Tuesday is Molly's live interview with me.
It's in the middle of the night for me, isn't it?
No. Well, kind of midnight, I guess. No, 10 o'clock at night.
10 o'clock. Okay.
Yeah, it's 2 p.m. Pacific, so it's 8 hours, right? 10 p.m.
Okay. that's still reasonable. It's
I mean,
normally my bedtime,
I
but
record it, and it'll be up within a couple
yeah.
hours of it anyway. But it's not terribly late.
No, it's usually my bedtime.
Me too. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to get my sleep, especially if I'm up early in the morning. Then yeah.
So what about you? It's a family for you as well?
I've got my my partner and my 2 furry children. That's it.
So is that ferrets, rabbits, cats?
That's 2 cats, but yeah, cats that behave like dogs.
Nice.
They are Maine Coons.
Oh my goodness.
So
We moved
big
house about a year
American
ago, and
cats.
it's the first time we've ever been pet free as a family. So don't know. We may go back having a pet. We had pets for like 25 years, but our last one passed away just before we moved house, and we just she was at least 15 years old. It was a cat. And we had a number of house rabbits and all sorts of things along the way. I don't know how many cats we've had, probably 7 or 8 cats over 30 years or something, but yeah.
No, I wouldn't know what to do without them. They are my furry babies.
Oh, I know. I have a 19-year-old girl who's still here, and she keeps me pretty busy, so.
Yeah, no, we haven't got that.
Yeah. So how can I best help you?
Well, my social media is it needs my attention. I've set up a Facebook group.
Yeah.
And I've got 35 people in it, and
35.
About 10 people usually see my posts from
the group.
From the group.
Yeah.
What I can see. I've got a few people who like and comment on the post, so see some engagement. So it's growing that group. So inviting other people in there, keeping up with my Facebook page, because I felt a bit off there when I thought, well, I'm not sure what I want to do. It's just like I stopped blogging, I stopped posting. It's like, what am I going to say? You know, if you can't say anything valuable, then don't say anything at all. You don't agree?
Well, here's the thing: if you drop off Facebook, then it drops off you, and it's harder to get the reach back again. So even we don't all have something to say every day, but that's where what we call content curation.
Yeah.
So you just find other great posts from thought leaders around the world, and plenty of them. And every other post, then you share somebody else's video from BuzzFeed or Tony Robbins Live or whatever he's doing or something like that, and quite often you will get much better reach sharing somebody else's popular post than you will your own.
Okay. I've never done that on my post. It's always been me kind of doing the posting.
I'll show you. This is recording, by the way, so I'll send you a copy of this recording.
Okay, great.
Okay, one sec. Why will that not disappear? Anyway, doesn't matter. We'll leave it there. So, my Facebook page. If I go into, my business page. I use Facebook Business Manager, but that's only because I manage a lot of pages. You don't need to. I just need to switch over.
Yeah. I did hire somebody last year to manage my social media. So they did LinkedIn, Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was awful, Jonathan. They sent posts out. It's like absolutely toe curling. They didn't get me at all.
And that's the thing. I mean, we do that for about 20 different businesses, but I know them really well. And when I write posts or our team writes posts, they go to look at it and went, I don't remember writing that, but it's really good. I mean, that's what you need when you have somebody do that for you.
Yeah.
But just to give you an example, this wasn't, a particularly great one, because I should have written more about it, and I totally meant to go back because I'd scheduled it.
Mm-hmm.
But this would work for you. It's a teacher talking about, managing life and stuff. And you can see that this reached 580 people.
Yeah.
And it's a 60 million view video.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of video would totally work, for you to share.
Yeah.
I'll just give you some other examples of. I always find the internet very slow on Saturday mornings here. Nothing I can do. I mean, I find pics that relate to my business. So this is a new Samsung monitor that they're about to review.
Wow.
It's like a big TV. But you can see great reach, tons of likes. 5 seconds, right?
Yeah.
This one here where I'm promoting the next Tell You Someone I'm speaking on.
Mm-hmm.
Crickets. Basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
I create a graphic every day which has our home hashtag on it.
Mm-hmm.
They do pretty well. And
Yeah.
I also share it on my personal page, but it gets good reach. But I didn't get a lot of comments.
Mm-hmm.
I share other people's stuff, but things like this, and if you saw this,
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, it's 125 million video, but again, I'm reaching over 500 people. So a lot of my balance is between what I do and what I share.
Yeah.
Like this did really well, mainly because of the shares, but you can see not a lot of engagement. So I'm always looking for things in my industry that relate to business and relate to marketing and relate to mindset, and very much positioning myself as that positive, go-to, consistent person.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if I go back to and again, it's a balance between business and personal.
Yeah.
If I go back to my personal page, and then you'll see what happens over on, you don't get the stats that you get on the business page, but just give me a second. So obviously it's a little different, cover picture wise, this is my wife and my girls and my, that's my mom-in-law. So for me, when people find me on Facebook personally, they can see that family means a lot to me.
Yeah.
My profile picture has my wife next to me. So I want to let everybody know that, I'm not interested in dating or anybody else. But I tell you, you need to.
I know. I actually put it on my LinkedIn profile. I live in the UK with my partner, and I still had somebody who sent me half a marriage proposal on LinkedIn. It's like, it's nuts.
Yeah, I know. So let me just go back. So here's that same post that I did yesterday on my personal page.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
22 likes. Let's just see the other one I was looking for. This one here was just, this algorithm goes through and works out how many times you say a certain phrase. And that's apparently the phrase I'm known for the most. 30 likes.
Very true.
So I get more engagement over here than I would on my business page. So I definitely have a balance of both.
Yeah.
But that's how it works. Like this graphic here, 39 likes and a bunch of comments. So people are more likely to have better engagement on your personal page than your business page, just because of the way it is. But at the same time, quite often it's the friends who refer your services to somebody that they know that's where the business gets done.
Yeah.
So it's always a balance of featuring the two, and then having a blog, doing live video, having a great website that really converts people into a funnel to get their email, to begin a conversation, which is obviously like what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
And I've been doing this for a long time. Like my social media strategy really started at the end of 2008, I guess. And now, I mean, I spend $0 on marketing. I just be real and be me and just do what I do.
Yeah.
And we have been blessed with an incredible amount of great business. Let's have a look at, because I know I added you on a couple of different, what's your business page called, Joe?
It's the Soulful Business Coach.
Okay. I know I went and found and liked everything. The one thing I would say, I don't know if the definition of your picture is very clear.
Right.
You have a retina quality screen, but that your face looks a little blurry on my monitor. It's quite a big monitor, but I don't know if you have maybe that's a great picture of you. I love it. But I don't know if you have a more crisp image.
Okay, I need to have a look because it's like a professional taking.
It's a great picture. I love it. But as I say, to me on my screen, it's a little grainy.
Okay.
It's just, I'm just OCD about things like that. So I get the clocks. When I click on this image, I don't get anything. You see how we've got this box here?
Okay.
The ideal thing is to put a description of who it is and what you do, and then actually have a link to your website actually in that image.
Ah, okay.
That way anybody straight out the gate can look at you and think, I'm interested. And there's no way them getting to, I mean, your logo's here, which is, I love it. I get the energy flow and everything, but that's a missed opportunity for you just there.
Okay.
So just go back, edit the picture. Put a little blurb and then just a link to either your contact page or your latest blog or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
That would really help. I love this. I don't see this very often anymore. That you're very responsive to your messages. That's great from a business perspective. And
I don't get many though.
Yeah, so that really can. And then you've got your blog going awesomely. I had like a couple of those, so that's great. So you've updated that you now take appointments, and it shows people that you're doing different things. This is your group.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So you got it as a closed group of people, so people have to join.
Yes.
That's great. Yeah. And then you see the next post then is April 19th. So you ideally need to be posting at least 4 or 5 times a week on this.
Okay. Yeah.
And it doesn't, as I say, it doesn't have to be you. It could be other stuff like I do. But the only way you're going to get the reach out of this page is to be consistent.
Yeah.
It's
I think my blog was 200, about 200.
Yeah.
I think the most I've ever reached was 948.
That is fantastic. So it shows that your content has really good value. Another thing I often do with people is once you've written a blog, or before you've even written a blog, is make a video about the blog itself. Yeah. And then use that video on Facebook. It doesn't have to be live, but even if you upload that video onto Facebook so it auto plays, and you've got a nice background there with your walls and the decor and stuff, but you could do that video in lots of different places. Yeah. And then through that, people really start to get to see your eyes and your voice and your compassion, if you like, your empathy. And that really makes a difference to your engagement. Yeah. The other thing I've noticed, it doesn't look like you've liked many pages from your business page. In fact, I'm not even seeing it. No, I think it's all on my personal page. Yeah, so you need to be invading other people's page. So let me show you. On my business page here, you'll see pages liked by this page. Yeah. And then what happens is you go over, and these are all people that so this is Sarah's page that I was talking to you about before. Yeah. So when I flick over to here, and I go to comment, so she had let's just find it here. Right now I'm commenting as defaults back to my personal. Yeah. But I can go back to my business page, and then I'm commenting as my business. And even though my business page and my personal page is the same name, but when someone hovers over that, it won't, but it would for you. Then it brings up my business page. And that way there's a direct link back to your business page. Yes. So it's a really, really good thing to get in the habit of it. It takes a bit of time. And sometimes it may be that if you only have one business page, it would be a lot easier. I have hundreds, so because of the client work that we do. But that might be a really good, well, that would definitely be. Okay. It's not super easy to do it, because what happens is, I'll find the right box for you. I apologize if I'm making you seasick looking at this. See pages feed here. So once you start, you'll get this extra box. Basically, then you have to go like other pages by tapping them in. So
okay, yeah.
So in this instance, so now your page is coming up. Now I have liked it as my business.
Okay.
So I'd liked you personally. Now I've liked you as my business, and you'll get that notification.
Yeah.
And then you go, oh, and then they go and look at, and then you're on my business page. And
yes. Yeah. Okay.
And then this, if you like, this is my wall from my business page rather than my personal page. So yeah. And it's random, but depending on which pages post the most as to what's going to come up, sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay, that's really good. Thank you.
And that's what we do. We teach that in a number of different courses. We have a boot camp that we do, like a 5-week course that people can just join at any time.
Yeah.
Then I have we do a course on really good blogging to increase engagement, and we talk a lot about video and photography in that blog course. Yeah. And but that's a course note version of what we do.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's some tips here that would really help.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what does your partner do, by the way?
Sorry?
What does your partner do?
He is a manager in an electronics shop.
Oh, cool. Don't hear about those very often anymore.
No. Well, how long ago were you in the UK?
We left in 2002.
Maplin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, you may not know it. There used to be a comedy show when I was a kid called Heidi High.
Yeah.
And that was Maplin's holiday camp, wasn't it?
Really?
Yeah.
I used to watch that in Holland.
Yeah, Joe Maplin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if there's any connection, but yeah.
I don't know. They're not a very nice company to work for.
Oh, really?
No, retail is,
Yeah, most of our smaller electronic stores in Canada have gone. I mean, because of Apple and Microsoft opening up their own stores down in the malls, we have a very big company called Best Buy, which might be like Currys.
They went here. They're no longer around. Yeah,
it's hard to find a unique. We have one called NCIX, which is just computers. But other than that, most of them don't exist anymore, really.
No, it's all online, isn't it?
I know, and it's a shame because people really need the hands-on advice.
Oh yeah. I
don't know if you have an Apple store near you, but you go by them; they are packed out, insanely so.
I live in Warsaw, just above Birmingham.
I know exactly. Well, I've been to Warsaw.
Have you? That's unheard of.
A week's course there. Gosh, when I was in sixth form. So.
What?
Oh my goodness! And I know some people who live there.
Wow.
Well, from my teenage years, but yeah, no, I have been to your city.
What city? Birmingham is city.
Well, in Canada, everybody calls that hometown a city. Doesn't matter whether there's a cathedral there or not, really. Everything's a city here, so yeah.
Yeah, never been to Canada.
I can actually hear the Brummie accent in your voice, even though I can hear the Dutch as well.
Yeah, are you all right?
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to work in Birmingham. When I first moved, I started working in the shop because I didn't want. I was customer service manager in Holland. I didn't want to do that anymore, so I thought I'm just going to change everything I do, and I'm just going to work in the shop. Simple, plain, nothing. So yeah, that was worked with Brummies. And if I would go anywhere in the UK and I would be on the phone to them, they would just laugh. It's like, I've never heard anybody from Holland speak so Brummie.
Do they still call it the Black Country?
Oh, yeah. Warsaw is the Black Country.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if that was politically correct anymore, though.
No, it's actually the Chamber of Commerce is Black Country and Staffordshire.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought they might have had to stop doing that, but I wasn't sure.
No. No, it's still the Black Country.
Yay! I remember it well.
Brings back some memories, I bet.
I think the very first IKEA we went to was in Birmingham.
Mm,
Not long after it opened, we drove up because we used to live in Hampshire, and we drove all the way up, I think.
yeah,
There was
Birmingham has changed. You wouldn't recognise it anymore. It's very changed. I used to work for Birmingham City Council, the housing department.
Yeah,
Yeah, fun job.
I can only imagine. I mean, the refugee stuff is just huge these days, isn't it?
Yeah. I used to work for, I've done lettings, done allocations, and then I worked for the department that allocates, or does the application for the prisoners for disabled mental health. So I got lots of lovely phone calls from people.
Good for you.
Every day.
People
all day.
needed you, obviously.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I hope that's been helpful.
Yeah, great. I've learned a few new things.
Jump over and like us on our page, and always
I will do.
receive a review, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if there's anything else we can do for you in a more paid professional capacity,
Yeah.
We have a lot of online courses. I mean, obviously the inner circle is you get that for a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. A 5-week boot camp, which you can do online, which is all recorded, and worksheets every week, and accountability and a quiz that you do at the beginning and the end to sort of see where you're at. And then
I think it's really good what you do, because you can start with the inner circle and then just level up.
Yeah, that's a plan. Yeah. Fantastic. Well, bring a cup of tea and pajamas Tuesday night.
Yes.
I'll look out for you.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks very much.
I'll record this onto YouTube, and I'll send you a link.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
Have a great
day. Take care. Bye.
Bye.